All right, hey y'all, this is Casey again with video number 2. This is my YouTube channel. It's mostly going to be about the Army and exercise and stuff like that. So I am currently in the National Guard. Right now I'm a cadet. Yay, I'm going to be an officer in a year and a half. And I would like to talk about how to stay in shape when you're in the Army, especially if you're a guardsman like me, or if you're in the reserve and you're just having a little bit of difficulty staying in shape. So what you've got to realize is that staying in shape is a part of our job. You know, we're soldiers, so we more or less have to stay in shape. We also need to stay in shape, not just because we're soldiers, but we have a contractual obligation to always pass our PT test, or at least don't fail 2 record PT tests in a row. If you do that, then from what I've seen in my unit, you get kicked out. So at the very least, you'll lose pay, you could lose some rank, you can lose your bonus, and etc. And those are things that you don't want to do, because the Army already asks too much of us. So the last thing we want to do is give them some of their money back and still have to do all the work. So make sure you stay in somewhat good condition, so that way, even if you don't have a PT test coming up soon, when it's time for you to start getting ready for your PT test, you don't have too far to go to actually being able to pass or exceed the standard. If you're one of those stud guys, and you can definitely pass the test really without trying, but you know you need a little bit of extra work if you want to get above that 300 grade. I have no idea how the new PT test is going to work just yet. In ROTC, we go over the exercises, but I think the grading is still being worked out right now. It's about to be Memorial Day weekend in 2019, so if you're watching this and it's later than that and we already have the new PT test, then oh well. But anyway, how to stay in shape. So something that I found is I like to exercise if the exercises are fun. So you have to find an activity that's fun for you. I actually enjoy being outside on a trail like this and running or rucking or whatever. That's actually what I do here at Grants Trail in Missouri. I go for ruck marches, I go for ruck runs, I go for regular runs. I sprint out here sometimes. I try not to do it when people are around, because I'm a little I guess people shy, and I don't really like to think. I don't like the idea of people looking at me and going like, what's that guy doing? But we got to stay in shape. So it is what it is. And you and I both have to do what we've got to do. So if running is your deal, find a trail. I used to live downtown in the city, and running there sucks. I actually have a scar I'm going to show you now on my knee from when I had to dodge a car and I fell on the rocks. So this thing right here is my scar from when I had to dodge a car. And so trust me, I get it. If you live in the city, your only option is to live near a river or a trail, because if you don't and you live downtown, then you've got to go to the gym. That brings me to my second point. Gym memberships are expensive. And so if you're a person who likes to work out and you can afford going to the gym, then get you a gym membership and go. Make sure that the gym is going to offer you what you want. So if you like to Olympic lift, but there's only a Planet Fitness around you, Planet Fitness doesn't really have any racks or too many heavy free weights or barbells or anything like that. So if you want to do Olympic lifting with power cleans and different things of that nature, then you won't be able to do it there. So make sure you find a gym that is going to give you what you need. It's going to give you your money's worth. It doesn't make sense to hate going to the gym every time, and it also doesn't make any sense to waste money on something that you know that you're not going to use. If you don't have a gym in your area, then you're going to have to probably drive out somewhere, or you can go to your unit. So for us guardsmen and us reserve people, we don't get the luxury of having a big base that we live on with a free gym and free housing and stuff. So not only do we pay for our own housing, we have to pay for our gym stuff. So you might have to drive out a ways to find a gym or find a trail or somewhere where you can exercise. It's super important. And if you're having trouble finding those places, then reach out to your unit, because the point that I was about to bring up was all of my units, I've only been to 2 units, but both of my units have had gyms inside of the armories that we go to and that we drill out of. But my first unit, the gym was terrible. So, but my second unit, the unit I'm at now in Missouri, is great. So if you can't find a gym and you don't have a trail that you can go to, then maybe your unit has a gym. And it might be one of those things where it's either nothing or your crappy unit gym. You might just have to use crappy unit gym, because we've got to do something. You don't want to lose your money. You don't want to lose your grade. You don't want to lose your bonuses. So don't fail your PT test. If you fail 2 record PT tests, then from my experience, get off me, Nat. From my experience, you get kicked out. Or you could possibly get UCMJ'd or any of the above. But I know that if you fail one record, you don't get kicked out, but it's like, hey, you get your little flag, and then you can't go to promotion boards and you can't go to school. If you're a guardsman, you can't get money for college. So it really sucks. So don't get flagged, stay in shape. You don't have to stay in top shape all the time. Okay, you don't have to destroy yourself all the time. There are moments, like right after your unit takes its record PT test and you know you passed your PT test, you can chill, you can go in maintenance mode. You don't have to destroy yourself and try to get better all the time, because actually what you're doing is you're just destroying your muscles, destroying your bones, destroying your ligaments and tendons, and that's how you increase your risk of injury later on due to chronic overusage. And you don't want to do that stuff, but you need to work out. Okay, listen to me, I'm an exercise scientist. You need to work out at least a minimum of 3 days a week. Okay, a minimum of 3 days a week, no matter who you are. If you're just starting out, you need to work out 3 days a week for at least 30 minutes. Okay, that 30 minutes includes your rest times in between your sets and your reps of whatever you're doing. Okay, but you've got to work out for a total time of at least 30 minutes, whether you're just starting out or whether you're an OG and you've been working out or you've been in the military for a long time. In the Army right now, it's Memorial Day weekend in 2019. The month is May, so I don't know about the new PT test, but at least I know for right now we've got to do 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, and a 2-mile run. So you've got to be able to do those things. So if you don't really have a gym you can go to, let's say you're like me and you're living in the middle of the city at one point in your life and you don't have a gym, you don't have a trail, you don't have anything, then do the PT test. Okay, you can do the PT test. Only the running part's the only part that's gonna suck. If you've got some stairs, I would say run your stairs. I would say take 30 minutes out of your day, run up your stairs, walk down your stairs, run up your stairs, walk down your stairs, and then, after a few minutes, take a couple of minutes rest, and then do it all again until your 30 minutes is up. And then after that, incorporate your push-ups and your sit-ups. And that is not my prescription. That's just saying if push comes to shove and you can't find anything around you, you've got to do something. Okay, there should be no excuse as a soldier, whether you're enlisted or an officer, especially if you're an officer. I'm an ROTC, so I'm training my mind to make sure I understand that there's no excuses for failure. So that being said, this is going to wrap up this video. If you have any comments or questions, please comment. I love comments. Comment me a question. I would love to respond to you. And also like and subscribe on this video and my last video where I talk about my wonderful no shaving profile. I think I'm out of regs now, but I don't have drill yet, so I'm just going to keep it. But yeah, my first video describes how to get a no shaving profile if you're in the Army, so watch that too. But thanks for watching. Peace.